But in the midst of the stress and the strain of this world and its voice, there is a generation that is rising. There's a generation that's hungry for the things of God, because out of hard times become great men. Let me read you something else. The personal commitment to Jesus Christ is soaring. A recent Barna Group survey reveals 66% of U.S. adults now affirm a personal commitment to Jesus, up from 54% in 2021. And this is fueled by the Gen X, millennials, and the Gen Z crowd. Specifically, Gen Z men have experienced a 15 to 22% point rise in commitment to Jesus since 2019. A religious resurgence led by young men. Gen Z men are actively leading the resurgence, closing the gender gap, and surpassing young women in church attendance and commitment. This trend shows young men turning to church not because of tradition, but because they have a deep hunger for purpose, community, and belonging. There's a quiet revival that's happening across Europe, where just a few years ago only 4% attended church. Now 16% are attending church, and most of those are a younger generation who's hungry for the things of God. There is a spiritual openness that is happening. I've got more stats I can go into. There's people that are looking at the world and saying this is nuts, but there is a consistent thing in the presence of God. There's a hope in the house of God. There is promise in the Word of God. There's grace in the presence of the Spirit. I believe that this transfer of the mantle will not be what it's been in the past. It won't be just from one pastor to another pastor, from one group leader to another group leader, from one children minister to another children minister. I believe that there's going to be some things that's going to transition, that's going to position what's coming for more, for the double portion, for the extra blessing.